Air is most likely going to be your dad's new favorite movie, but you know what? It's a lot better than just being your dad's new favorite movie. Air stars Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Jason Bateman, and Viola Davis. And it follows the history of shoe salesman Sonny Vaccaro and how he led Nike in its pursuit of the greatest athlete in the history of basketball, Michael Jordan. And I was looking forward to this movie as I am a big fan of basketball, sports in general, but also just sports movies in general. When sports movies get it right, of course, tell a good story, but check off all the boxes across the board, I'm going to be a fan of it. This movie had a lot of things going for it, with a stacked cast, a great director behind the camera with Ben Affleck, and a fascinating true story that I couldn't wait to see unraveled on screen. And I am so happy to say that Air is an absolute triumph and will probably go down as one of my favorite movies of 2023. But before I get more into my in-depth thoughts on this movie, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and comment down below what are your thoughts or expectations for Air. But let's keep talking about the movie. And I've said this many times in reviews before, but I love it when movies can just be a time capsule for the audience. Because within the first seconds of this movie just transports you back to the 1980s. Whether that's the production design, the editing, the music choices, all of it. Whether you're a child of the 80s, a fan of the 80s like me, or someone that grew up in the 80s, you're going to find something to appreciate in this movie because of the specific attention to detail, whether that's posters on a wall, little nuances like that that'll transport you back. And this movie has snappy dialogue and editing. It moves by so quickly, I didn't really even feel a runtime until maybe the last 30 minutes. That's not me complaining about the last 30 minutes by any means. It continuously keeps you engaged, and I was damn near riveted by this movie. And I honestly underestimated how funny this movie might be, because this movie is hilarious. Each character gets their moment to shine, and while there may not be the most fleshed out of characters, you're still just going to be invested in this story. I think a lot of that is due to Affleck's direction. Behind the camera, he has just continued to prove himself as an incredible filmmaker. How he's able to capture your attention, focus in on little conversations here and there between the characters. Because while this is a sports movie, it's not a basketball heavy movie like you would probably expect. This is a movie that tells the story behind the scenes of what went down into Nike acquiring a deal with Michael Jordan. How even the littlest of details pay off in the end. There's just a lot to appreciate, especially if you're just a movie lover. But I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the performances, because across the board, like you would expect, they are terrific. Matt Damon, Viola Davis, Ben Affleck, Chris Messina, Jason Bateman. I mean, performance after performance after performance. Like you would expect, these actors are giving it their all. Matt Damon has one speech in this movie that is going to go down as an all-timer for sure. It is a guaranteed moment that is just going to give you chills. Viola Davis has a moment where she's just talking to Matt Damon on the phone in a conversation which is very important to the overall story. But the emotions that she is able to convey without even saying a word, the camera's just sitting on her. That's what makes it so incredible. Surprisingly enough, it touches on how mothers can affect their child, the effect that moms have on their kids' lives. It's a pretty important key detail that sometimes gets glossed over in multiple stories like these. Because this movie makes a very specific decision not to focus in on Michael Jordan at all. You don't even see Michael Jordan's face. Obviously, Michael Jordan is not in this movie. There is an actor portraying the back of Michael Jordan because you don't even see his face. It's a key directorial detail, while I don't think was particularly needed. Like, I'm not complaining about it. I don't feel like it had a big purpose in paying off. I totally get why they did it, but Viola Davis's character gets to steer the ship. She is the captain. Before Michael Jordan even gets to hear Matt Damon's character's offer, she has to talk to Matt Damon first and make sure that she knows what her son is getting into. Little key things like that was interesting to see in this movie. But what this movie stands for, the idea of taking a huge risk, and you're doing it because you not only believe in yourself, but also someone else. That's damn near inspirational. Call it cheesy, call it overly sentimental, I ate it up. Air is fantastic, elevated by snappy writing and editing and directing, and with great performances across the board. It is able to transport you back to the 1980s, suck you into the story, and above all else, give you a highly enjoyable time at the movies. It is an utter crowd pleaser. I'm gonna give Air an A-. Maybe me praising it so much made it sound like it was a perfect movie. It's not a perfect movie. You could definitely point out flaws here and there, but I'm really just playing into how this movie made me feel coming out of it. Those are just my quick thoughts on Air. Let me know once again down below in the comment section, what are your thoughts on this movie? I want to thank you so much for watching this review, and again, if you did enjoy it, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as well as that notification bell so you don't miss any further videos. And as always, look forward to more videos and reviews coming soon. My name is Ben, people call me Meter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.